Welcome back again to this class. All right, so in this video, I'm going to be we're going to be learning about frames. All right, so you remember when I was explaining to us about what frames are? Okay, so you come here to click on frames. So once you click on frames, you get a drop down at your right hand, at the right hand of the panel. So it's actually asking you a very simple question of the fact that what do you want to do? So when you have a frame, that's the first question. What do I want to do? What container do I want to keep? What I want to do. Is it that I want to design for phone? Is it that I want to design for a tablet? Is it that I want to design the interface for a desktop view? Or I just want to do a presentation? So you could see here that inside all of this, there's an icon showing that there are some other more things there. So you have, for phone now, you have iPhone 16 Pro, 14, and many more. Android compact, you get, and all, right? So each of these actually have, even for socials, you also have Twitter post, Twitter header, that's that the Twitter header there is like your banner. Yes, so you have Facebook cover, and this dribble short HD, LinkedIn cover, you get. So depending on whatever you are looking forward to do, and all of those things. All right, so you just must know what you want to make use of the frame for. So let's say we want to design for a phone now. Do you get? You can just pick. Let's just make use of let's see, maybe iPhone 16 Pro. I believe that's fine. So you just click on it. See, once I click on it, so this frame, there's already a automated size for them. All right, so you don't need to be cracking your head and like, what is iPhone 16 frame size? You obviously can't put all of those things in your head. So that's why Figma actually has all of this frame set down for us so that we can easily make use of. So it makes work much easy for us. All right, so if you look at the right hand side of the panel, you have the width size to be 402 and the height to be 874. All right, and you have other things over here. You also have the opacity, the appearance, and under the appearance, you're having things like the opacity, you're having the corner radius, you're having the fill, that's the color of the frame. All right, and then you're having stroke, effect, layer guide, and the export that I made mention about. All right, so and then in Figma, you actually have something that is called the canvas. So this whole space at the back here, where this frame, where you can't on just this dark background that I spoke about here. So this is actually the canvas. So this is the artboard. It's where you can be able to have your designs to be done. Do you get it? Where you can have your designs to be done, right? So because of that, it allows you to design multiple things over here. You could bring in anything, anywhere, just to ensure that you have your design being done here. You could do all your dirty works here and delete them later. For example, I can type. All right, I can type. Just come in here to click on T, and remember the shortcut for text is, that means to type, is T. All right, let's say I just want to type. I just need to just click there. You see, once I clicked on it, it gives me that, oh, now you can type. So I just can type novus. All right, but then one thing about this is that I'm typing on the canvas, not in the frame. As you could see here, when we come back to the left hand side of the panel, you see that it's showing that the frame is empty. If I try to move this, you see novus is not moving alongside it. It means that it is not inside of the iPhone 16 frame. You get? So that's actually what frames and the canvas are all about. All right. So let's say you want to. So let's come here again by clicking on frame. So by clicking on frame, so let's say we want to design for desktop view now. All right. So for desktop view now, there is actually a number of them. So inside of desktop, we are having even TV, wireframes, desktop, and this desktop is like a default for desktop view. All right, and then we have MacBook Pro 16 inches, 14 inches, and even MacBook Air. All right, so you could make use of them as well. So you can click on for desktop now, and let's move that here. All right, so you have all of this. So another thing that we'll look at in this video again is we can also have frame inside of frame. So we call this nesting frames, just like we're having frame inside of frame inside of frame. Let me show you an example. All right, so let's create. So the shortcut for frame is F. So can we have a phone? So let's try to see if we can. Let's have a phone inside of this desktop view. Okay, so let's come down here to phone, and let's pick maybe the Android compact. You see, so you can drag this inside. Okay, let me take it back and change the color. So let's change the color of this Android compact. Remember, we come down to fill, and then you click on it, and let's make use of maybe blue. I'm a fan of blue. All right, so we could make use of this blue here. Okay, and we could drag this inside of the. So let's drag. So all you just need to just do is you can just drag this inside, and you're good. You see, so now let me show you that this compact here, this Android compact here, it's inside of this desktop frame. Let's try to move this desktop frame, and then you see that it both the desktop frame and the Android compact frame is going to be moved. Should we try that? Yes, actually we're going to try it. All right, so you have this, you could see it moving together. So what we just did here is we made this desktop to be the mother of this. So this Android compact is nested inside of this desktop, and even inside of this Android compact, we can actually have another frame inside. So another thing I want to bring to your notice is that you can actually create your own frame yourself. Yes, I mean you can actually yes, you can do that. So let's quickly do that. All right, you come down here, click on frame again, and you see it gives you like a plus sign. Can you see it? Like a plus sign, meaning that what do you want to draw? All right, so let me show you. So you click and drag. You see, I'm dragging it. So so you are seeing the numbering that is giving you on the screen. It says 233. That times there is talking about by. So it means that the 227 is the width, while the 175 is actually the height. So anyhow you actually want it to be, all right, you can. And the truth is this width and height, is it editable even after you draw it? Maybe you didn't draw it, maybe you didn't drag it to the way you actually want to drag it to. All right, yes, it's very editable, and once you are done with it, you can release your hand off it, and you see that you have a frame. So you could come here to the layers panel, and you are going to see it's frame 1. So as you can see here, this frame is inside So let me click on this Android compact. You see it shows that what this frame 1 is inside of Android compact. Do you get it? So just like I said, you can actually edit it. So you see it's showing that it is what 250 by 282. All right, so you can actually turn this to an aspect ratio. You can lock it. And what this aspect ratio, let me quickly explain this, is that whatsoever I'm doing for the width, let it also be, let's say I'm increasing the width, at the same time the height is also going to be affected, meaning that if I increase, for example, if I increase, let's say, okay, let me lock it. So I didn't click on it. Be very careful when you are doing this. All right, it says lock aspect ratio, so let's lock it. Yes, I'm locking it. So let's increase this to, let's say, 300. Look at it, the height here is 282. All right, so let's increase this to 300. Let's see the magic that is going to happen here. 300. So you click on enter. You see it also in the height also increases as well towards 338. Do you get it now? So you can actually, so this frame here is anything you are doing inside of this frame 1 here, you can do the alignment, all right, by, let's say we want to align it horizontally to the center. All right, so you get that. Okay, let's quickly let's add a few to it. All right, so let's make use of white. White is going to be nice. Blue and white are always ongoing together. So you have this all here, and tada. All right, so that's what all of these frames are. Okay, and yes, maybe in the next video, maybe when I'm talking about shape, I'm going to be explaining about the opacity and the corner radius and many more. So I'll see you in the next one.